everybody, we're 4 Struggling Filmmakers. My name's Emma, and joined with me is Jimmy.
Hello.
James.
Hello.
And Noah.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so first of all, let's start with, anyone got any film recommendations for this week?
I'll go.
Yeah.
I watched a good film called This Gun for Hire last night. It's a 1942 film noir starring Alan Ladd Jr. And a really cool story about this gunman who is a bit of a psycho, but he really likes cats. That's it, really. It was really good.
Has anyone seen the Peanut Butter Falcon on Netflix?
No.
It's been on my watch list, but I haven't seen it yet.
That's a good one. It's got Shia LaBeouf in it, and it's quite a heartwarming story. It's quite nice. Very redneck. It took me a while to be able to understand what they were saying, but once I got it.
Can you do an impression?
No.
Oh.
In this episode, what are we talking about this week?
I believe it's movies that were supposed to come out, but were pushed back due to COVID. General.
Yeah. We're having a little discussion because obviously we all love the cinema.
It's all right, yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
Pretty much sums it up, really. Yeah.
Provided joy to generations of people, I suppose it was all right. Yeah.
We've all selected one film that we were raring to see, and then we got locked down.
So I picked the new James Bond film, No Time to Die, for my number one film that didn't come out due to COVID. It was going to come out in April last year. April is my birthday. Not every day of April, just the one day. But, I was really excited for it. Spectre had been a bit disappointing. So we were hoping for Daniel Craig's last film. It's going to be a really nice send-off. Fortunately, it got delayed. It got pushed back twice. Other good things about it, Phoebe Waller-Bridge did some screenwriting on it. Fleabag is like the best thing that's ever come out of anything. So, maybe we're going to get a bit of a funnier James Bond. But don't know. In fact, breaking news today, its release date's been pushed back again to autumn.
Is it finished filming, or is it still filming?
It finished filming in
December, it was supposed to come out in what was it, April last year?
Yeah, in December of the year past.
I remember because it was all of the advertisements and stuff were ramping up for it, all the promo material, and then it was just as soon as it was about to come out, it was like, no, it's all going further away.
That's right.
As with most of the films that we're going to talk about, it's just going to be.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's a fun fact. Things got so bad earlier last year that MGM and Eon, that's it, the other half, the people who own James Bond, very nearly sold it to a large streaming service, Netflix, for £600 million. Which that seems cheap.
Not a month.
Skyfall made over $1 billion. That doesn't seem like a very good business plan to me.
No.
Daniel Craig's dad passed away as well.
Really?
He?
Oh no. Always coming in with the cheery facts.
Yeah, there you go. Didn't get to see his son's final ever James Bond. He was the director, Jimmy.
Carey Joy. Thanks for making me pronounce the second name. Carey Joy. Is it Fukunaga?
Yeah, I think so.
Who should it have been originally, Jimmy?
You're one step ahead of me. It was going to be Danny Boyle originally.
Was it? I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, that's the first delay because they couldn't come to an agreement. Danny Boyle and Eon over James Bond. So Danny Boyle said bye, and they were like,
"That's a shame."
Yeah,
that was another one of those really interesting director franchise combos that kind of just sort of went by the wayside. Because I really would have liked to seen Danny Boyle's take on Bond, just in general, because he's got a very distinct style about it, and most of the Bond films are very, I wouldn't say too similar to each other, but they're all kind of like, it's going to be this one thing going into it. But with Danny Boyle's style, it could have been a bit different. But
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe No Time to Die will kind of be like that, just depending on how it ends up, hopefully.
Yeah, I think you did right. I think Spectre was a really return to formula, as it were. And where Skyfall had been a bit different, a bit original, Spectre went back the other way. And yeah, I think you're dead right. It would be nice to see if No Time to Die does try something a bit different. Barbara Broccoli said it's something like it's a truly epic conclusion to Daniel Craig Bond. So, but she would say that, wouldn't she?
So when is it due to be released now, or is it just TBC?
It's autumn this year.
Cool.
Sucks.
Do you know what? Come autumn this year, there's going to be so many cinema releases.
What if Cineworld reopens? Cineworld said when Bond was delayed last.
Yeah, that they
basically said, thanks for destroying our industry.
Well, that's what happened with when Mulan went straight onto Disney Plus rather than the cinema, wasn't it?
Yeah, precisely. I mean, without these big films coming to cinemas, as two ex-cinema workers can tell you, me and James, without those big films that provide like 80% of the revenue, bye cinema. Moving on.
So the film I really wanted to see. So I didn't know there was an original of this until I did more research, like ages ago now when it was advertised. But I saw an advertisement for Candyman, like the trailer, in like when I went to go see another film or something, and I was like enticed by it. I thought, oh my god, I love the idea. Like it looked good. It was coming out around Halloween, which was exciting. Everyone, like we all love to watch like scary movies, and even Halloween itself around that time. So I was actually pretty disappointed. Obviously, I understand why, but yeah, no, I was looking forward to it. Especially having like that Jordan Peele involvement. I thought this is set to be like a good film. Like, you know, you were talking about Phoebe Waller-Bridge and Bond, and you know that's going to be good. And then you see like a Jordan Peele attached to like a horror-y film, and you think, yeah. I think it's going to be good.
It's funny that Jordan Peele moved so much into horror from comedy, things, sketch things, and also nobody ever talks about Jordan Peele's non-successes, do they? Like the Twilight Zone TV series.
What happened to that?
It's just not very good. Apparently, I've seen like 3 episodes of series 2. It's really boring. Anyway, so you've never heard of the original Candyman, Emma?
I actually hadn't. No, obviously I went and did some research, and it's quite a cult movie. Something I found out.
And the old Taylor Cabrini green.
Yeah, and I was like, this looks really good. And I think so. Obviously, sometimes when you put like a modern spin on a cult film, it doesn't always work. But I think it looks good. Obviously, we can't say whether it's good or not because, like your Bond, it's been pushed back again. It's got a release date for like 27th of August, which is a bit strange. I think a horror film coming out in the summertime.
Yeah.
It's end of summer, or nearing end of summer, I guess.
You would have thought that maybe they'd hold off till like end of September, middle of.
Yeah, I suppose it's prime blockbuster season, isn't it? But it's not.
It is.
It's not really a blockbuster film, though.
No.
Although I suppose
it's not an indie film either.
Yeah, it's a big budget horror film, which is always, I'm presuming, I don't actually know what the budget is, but that's always a really like danger zone, particularly for. I actually have a Candyman fact about this. Well, you mentioned Cabrini Green, James, which is obviously the setting of the original film. The interesting thing is between when Candyman came out in 1990 something, 2 probably.
93.
90. There you go. Perfect. Emma with the facts. That area has basically been gentrified now. It's really like a middle class neighborhood, and I think that's a major plot point, which is going to be so interesting to see when we do finally get to see it of the new film. Is that this area has really like matured and become gentrified, and I'm not sure how the integration of the Candyman mythos, good word there, is going to fit into that, and in what way, because. Yeah, it's a massive social commentary film, the original, obviously, about the sort of neighborhoods that African Americans were having to live in, and the just the horrible conditions that they came with at that time. And it's great that it's in the hands of directors with an African American background, basically.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what the director does with it. Is it Nia DaCosta? I think that's her name.
I think
I'm pretty sure.
right.
Yeah, but yeah, I think she looks like she has a lot of affection for the original film, and I read a article about it in Empire about how she went about doing this, basically not necessarily a retelling of the story, but just sort of adapting the story for more modern times.
Yeah.
And how it follows on, and how in some ways it's a reboot, sort of like soft reboot in the whole thing, but also touching on timely themes. And she's gone to strength to strength. She's already been hired to do the next Captain Marvel film. She's already ready to do that. But yeah, what I'm interested most about Candyman is basically the people behind it. As you said, Jordan Peele's producing, Neil DaCosta's directing. It's got, oh god, I always mess up his name, Yahya Abdul Mateen.
Oh yeah.
He's like the main guy. He was in Us briefly, and he was in Watchmen as well.
Yeah.
The TV series, and he is basically playing. How many of you actually seen the original? I'm assuming Jimmy has.
Yeah.
Noah, I'm guessing not. Emma, have you seen the original?
Not yet.
Well, now would be a good time to give it a watch, especially in anticipation for the new one.
Yeah.
But I think the main character played by Yahya is going to be the baby from the original.
I think it, because it's like a sequel the way they're doing it.
Yeah, it's partly a sequel, partly a reboot.
Yeah.
It's sort of following on, because that's why he goes back to that area, is because he's from there, basically.
Anything else to say on Candyman?
I like the bees in it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but
Well, no one's seen it. It hasn't come out yet.
I will definitely add it to the watch list.
James, before we finish talking about cameraman, before we finish talking about Candy, can you do me a big favour and do your best rendition of the iconic line from Candyman?
Hey guys, it's me, Candyman. I like bees. There you go. That's it. I'm pretty sure.
That was totally what I meant. No, throughout the film, it was "Be my victim."
I can't do Tony Todd, man. Tony Todd. The only person who can do that is Tony Todd. He's got that really like raspy, guttural voice.
So,
is it me?
What film were you looking forward to?
I was looking forward to a film called Dune. So Dune was originally set for November 20th, so that would have been about 2 months ago, and then now they're going to chuck it in, hopefully, at October the 1st, 2021. So Dune is, I don't know if anyone knows, it's a sci-fi book from the 60s. I'll give a brief synopsis as best as I can. It's about a boy, I can't remember his name, and his family. They take stewardess of a planet, and this planet, I can't remember its name. This is a really good synopsis. But they have to protect this planet because there's something called the spice, and the spice is something that gives human life forever, that kind of thing. It's all sci-fi. Yeah, I'm not really that keen on sci-fi books, except for Blade Runner maybe. But yeah, anyway. So it's been directed by Denis Villeneuve. Hopefully I'm saying that right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
You know, from Arrival, which we watched at uni together.
We did. We watched many films together.
And Blade Runner 2049, which was a very good film. I saw the David Lynch 1984 one a while back, and that was pretty awful.
Yeah.
Was it really that bad?
You should watch it for yourself and see just the.
Is it very David Lynch in its approach, or is it
a Razorhead bad?
The opposite of that.
No, it's very studio-esque.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like a budget of 40 million, and it didn't even make that back. I think you'll agree, Jimmy, that it's quite an ambitious film, isn't it, to put onto film from the book? It's hard to adapt.
Well, the book's always been famously like unfilmable, hasn't it? It's one of those.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I can remember to this day, even for the 1980s, the special effects in it. That's why I was shocked when you said it had a 40 million budget. The special effects in it is shockingly bad, aren't they?
Yeah.
There's an incredibly slow fist fight when they have like CGI things on them, isn't there? And
Patrick Stewart's in it, isn't he? For some reason, I can't remember.
Carl McLachlan's in it, isn't he?
Yeah, and Sting from The Police.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this Dune, I've got everyone's going to be in it. Literally any actor you name it, they're in it. Go.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito's not in it.
So you're already wrong. Henry Cavill.
No, he's not in it.
Jim Carrey.
Who did you say?
Jim Carrey.
He's not in it. Okay, I'll just read some of them out. So Timothy Chalamet, he's the main character, I think. Rebecca Ferguson from the Mission Impossible films.
And also from The Greatest Showman.
And
Oscar
Isaac.
Fresh off.
Josh Brolin.
Who? Oh.
Stellan Skarsgård.
Yep.
Dave Bautista.
Okay, all the out of work Marvel actors, yeah.
What's her name? Zendaya, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Zendaya, yeah.
Jason Momoa.
Momoa.
Charlotte Rampling, she's in it, the old woman. I mean, it's stacked, isn't it? It's just...
Yeah.
And there's someone from EastEnders in it as well, which is quite funny, but I don't know who she plays in EastEnders.
Oh, well, you should have done your research, shouldn't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Another fun fact, Hans Zimmer's doing the soundtrack. No Roger Deakins on this one, unusually.
Really? I thought he was.
No, some bloke
Do you know who is it instead?
Craig Fraser. Done Zero Dark 30, Lion, Rogue One, Vice, and he's also going to be doing the new Batman when that's out.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to seeing what Denis Villeneuve can do. Because he's very good. He did Blade Runner 2049 and he really created a cool world with that. And let's hope he can do it with this, even if it is a very ambitious book to adapt.
That brings us nicely to James.
Oh, me? Oh, jeez. All right,
Save the best till last.
Maybe. We will have to see about that. So the film I've chosen for one that got pushed back, and it's been pushed back so far, it now no longer has a release date.
Ooh.
So it's a film called Antlers. A few years ago, I was looking around online and I saw that they were making a film based on a short story that was published on like an online magazine site.
Right.
And just out of curiosity, I decided to read it. And it was really engrossing, especially for someone who doesn't read a whole lot. I found it like a really interesting story and quite disturbing as well. So when I heard they were going to do a film about it, I thought this is going to be something that will definitely hold my interest. And I'm someone who never really is that big on horror films. I don't go out of my way to, watch them that much. And when I do watch them, they're either not scary or just not very good. Where it's just either like constant jump scares or just out of date effects and all that, depending on what you watch. So the basic outline is there's a teacher who moves to a small town, like a small rural town in Oregon. And she gets concerned about one of her students because he's like really malnourished and kind of sickly. And he keeps talking about some weird things. And it's basically all about where he comes from, who he lives with, and what's in his house. I don't want to go too much into it, but the original story is kind of demonic, whereas the film is making it more like Wendigos. If you're aware of the story of the Wendigo,
yeah.
It's basically it's like a folklore about this big antlered creature. It's just really interesting and weird.
Native American folklore, the Wendigo.
Yeah, Native American, that was it. As with most films, it's got some really interesting people behind it. So it's got the person who actually wrote the short story is also helped penning the script, along with the director, who's Scott Cooper. He did, I think the main thing I know him from is Black Mass, was that gangster film with Johnny Depp. He also did Out of the Furnace and Hostiles, which are both with Christian Bale, which I also don't know much about. Of the big name that people are drawn to, and it's in all the trailers, Guillermo del Toro's producing it. Not even executive producer, he's like a full-on producer working with it. So
exciting.
Yeah, that's the main horror aspect of it. I think most people are going to be interested in, because when he does something, it's always very original and surreal. Like last year I watched Crimson Peak. I didn't love it, but it was very, as I said, very original, and it feels like it was adapted from a book from the era, even though it wasn't. And of course, all the designs and stuff are very him. And with this, from what I've seen of the trailers, they don't show a whole lot, which is nice for a horror movie trailer. But what is there is very disturbing and weird.
Yeah.
However, there is a downside in that it has been delayed many a time. The first trailer for it came out in early 2019 with an April 17th, 2020 release. And the last trailer came out in late 2019, and then everything got pushed back because of, COVID and current events and everything. And then it's distributed by Fox Searchlight. And then during filming, they got bought out by Disney. So then that was a whole other wrinkle in like, how's this going to get released and like all that. So originally supposed to come out in April. It was removed and then rescheduled for February 19th, 2021. And now it's been pulled again and it just doesn't have a release date anymore.
Is it likely to be completely pulled?
I doubt it. No, the whole film is made and ready, and it's got some good actors in it. Kerry Russell and Jesse Plemons, who's done a few like bit parts elsewhere, but I think he's a really good actor. But I don't know what's gonna happen to it, whether or not it's gonna go to streaming or whether or not it's gonna stick to cinemas. But
definitely one to keep an eye out on. No.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So to end today, we've got our end game. Right. Okay. So you're gonna have 5 seconds to name the film. Your phone acts as the answer pad. Right. Ready?
Yeah. Being on the quiz.
Or Struggling Filmmakers quiz.
Right. Ready?
Is it a buzzing quiz?
No.
Quiz.
So name the film. Go.
I got confused. James the smartest.
It's all about reaction time. This is difficult.
James is just amazingly quick at this.
What is it gonna be?
I can't read it quick enough.
I love how Noah's the only one with a streak, even though you've all got the same answer.
Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it?
What is it? Man, Max doing a very good job.
We're all really good at this.
Really good at it. Well, I didn't make it too
difficult. So hard that we can't say anything.
Oh no! I could have won! Bugger!
Jimmy, did you get it wrong?
I think James did as well.
I got it wrong.
How did you get that wrong?
I ruined it. No one's winning now.
I thought you were the James Bond fan.
I know.
Yeah, how did you not get that?
I'm trying to be so fast that I've messed up.
Well, don't panic.
I didn't panic. That's what I'm here for. Luckily,
I'm in the driver's seat now.
No one's going to beat us. You're only meant to be here to look good.
I just need to take it nice and slow.
I saw that.
Oh my god, there's 17 of you.
Jimmy's favourite film.
I heard the teacup spinning in my brain.
Oh god, what's
what?
that?
Are you kidding me? That's me!
Oh
right.
no! Wait, I clicked the
Oh
no!
It's the White House! Who didn't answer?
I thought it was the White House.
It was the White House. I clicked London Has Fallen. Oh no!
Oh, I think I
Classic,
know.
this one.
It was one of the films that invented the PG-13 age rating.
Was it really?
Was it?
That and Temple of Doom.
Small Soldiers is better.
That's My Future Wife. No.
Who got that wrong?
Oh, I put some late.
No.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
I read it as Black Swan. I'm typically thinking a joke, not
Fool. You're drunk, Jimmy.
That's one of the Bond film. I think
I didn't know which one it was.
I didn't know.
Who didn't answer?
I didn't answer. I didn't know which one it was, and time ran out.
I got like no points for that, and I got it right.
What the? Oh, is that?
What begins?
Oh, keep reading the wrong one.
No,
No, I'm not going to go last. This is ridiculous.
as long as I beat James, I'm happy.
Oh, that could be any of them.
No, it's not a specific one, mate.
Very specific one, yeah. Oh, it's so close.
I really want someone to bottle it, and I don't want it to be me. Oh, that's that one.
I think I was slow on that. I read every answer.
No!
Right, it is the last one.
I'm not. I don't think I'm going to win this, guys. This is it.
Come on. No, I think I was slow on that.
Did you guys go see Jojo Rabbit?
I did. I loved it. It was
I
great.
didn't see it. Oh, I'm second.
Yay!
Oh, what?
Oh, it tells me I won. I won. I just snorted all over my phone. It's great.
Here's your moment, Jimmy. Have you got anything to say?
Today, I did see Jojo Rabbit to answer the question, but
You got 14 out of 17. I got 15, and I come bloody second.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's all
that's
about
like-
reaction
that's what
times now. You've got to be
isn't it?
quicker.
if I hadn't
Well,
called-
good guys come second, don't they?
if I hadn't
Good
called-
guys come second.
So, to cap off my victorious opening week of this podcast, I just want to thank you all for watching. We've been 4 struggling filmmakers, and continue to stay safe out there, and we're going to continue to struggle.